Chapter 1. Kigal checked the body before her for a pulse. The corpse's flesh was already cool, even if not yet stiff to the touch. He was gone, though that's why she was here in the first place, in yet another village that refused to bury their dead. "Has he passed?" asked the eldest daughter from across the room, as far away as one could get without being outside the house entirely. People here, everywhere, could not stomach death, had been taught from birth not to. Instead, they left their disposal to the poorest among them, hiring corpse hands to take the dead into the bone fields far beyond their cities, where bodies were stacked and left to the wild things of the world. Families honored the memories of the deceased, but did nothing for the body. It turned Kigal's stomach. She nodded. "He went peacefully. You can rest assured of that." "Peace or not, I want it out of my house." The daughter averted her gaze with a look of disgust, but the corpse hand saw the tears clouding her eyes, fear and sorrow fighting for control. "Would you like to say goodbye?" Kigal asked. She knew better, but she always asked. "I want it out." "I only suggest—" The woman crossed the room and finally met her eyes, red-rimmed yet bright. Though the daughter of the dead man before her, she was far older than the corpse hand, and she turned the weight of every one of those years back on her. "They call you Arish Kigal, don't they? Lady of the Dirt? Well, my Lady of the Dirt, you are the one who asked to come into my home. I did not invite you here. Do not presume that you can tell me what to do when I have a dead, rotting body to contend with, and children to protect from its disease." "A body so fresh as this does not—" The daughter raised an open hand as if to slap her, and Arish Kigal straightened, gaze sharpening. The woman's slap did not come. Good. Kigal was tired of being run out of villages and townships, tired of being cast as some traitor in sickness and decay. The woman might not have specifically invited her into her home, but she had placed a wooden stool outside her door, the customary sign of a recent death. Perhaps to give the soul somewhere to sit before its long journey? "The disease will come," the daughter said, "as it always does. Nergal always follows you corpse hands, as surely as the locusts follow him." Kigal fought to keep herself from rolling her eyes and held her tongue. Nergal, the god of plague and destruction. Some sickness must have ailed the community for the woman to make a remark like that, but Kigal wouldn't know. A week here, another 2 there, she flitted from village to town to bury whatever dead she found. She was not here for this woman, nor to convince her. She was not here to console or to explain to the children why their grandfather wouldn't wake. No, her job was a much simpler one. Kigal ducked her head out of the doorway and beckoned a knock-kneed boy to come to her side. Not strong enough for farm work, but desperate enough to accept the task of a stranger, he'd been easy to convince. Already she had anointed the body with the sole dab of oil she could spare, infused with a scent that brought her visions of cedar forests and temple smoke, not bloated flesh and loosened bowels. Now it was just a matter of carrying the body outside of town. She would have liked to shroud the corpse, but it was difficult enough to afford a meal at the end of the day. That, in addition to the charity she did, tending the bodies of the impoverished, meant the niceties were out of her reach. Perhaps the next place she wandered to would have more to offer than here in Kutha. "Take him by the feet, and I'll carry him from under the shoulders," she instructed the boy. "We leave once he's loaded onto the ox." Kigal turned back to face the daughter. The woman looked right back before curling her lip up into a sneer and giving in, if only to get her out of the house. "Don't waste it." She handed Kigal a loaf of stale bread and a too-soft fig. Small though it was, she knew it was all she would get. In the more charitable places she'd visited, Sometimes she was lucky enough to have excess food she could bargain with for beads, wire, or thread.